When the quiet comes, it feels unnatural, like being underwater. What happened to these things anyway? Asks Folka, breaking the silence. The strange woman replies, Dredge, human, Varl. It doesn't matter out here. Not dead, but their minds were gone even before we laid them to rest. Ooh, that's a lot of renown. The charred remains of the warped creatures bubble and fizz in the light and smell horrible. You take the conversation outside the ruined hall as you descend toward the foot of Strand. So 3 new party members, I think? An unexpected place to find visitors. The dredge were trouble enough in Strand without being warped into monsters. I wasn't sure we'd ever be unstuck from the abyss, even with our friend's light. Good that you stayed put. You won't outpace the darkness on foot. We travel into the wind, not away, to undo it. Undo the darkness? How? No mere mender, this. This woman's a Valka. But you are not. How did you learn how to weave the light? I've picked up a thing or two on my own. You learn to protect yourself when the menders are trying to kill you. What do you mean by that? My name is Alfrun. Do you know who you're traveling with, I wonder? Despite our history, I came this way to seek counsel in Manahar. I wonder if the remains of it found me instead. My companion has words for you as well. Alfrun motions toward to the towering dredge stone guard over her shoulder. You can tell Juno is uncomfortable with this, but she remains composed as ever. Ivan less so. We need to move on. Time is our enemy. Time itself? Then you'll need capable allies. Oh, renowned for her joining, I guess. I can see it on your face. Can I trust this witch? What will that stone guard kill us in our sleep? What I'm wondering is why there's so much color in the air between you and the big lady with the raven shield. You glance at Folka. Ollie's head swivels back and forth between her and Juno. He's not the only one drawing a weapon. You hear Juno clearly in your head. Be ready. What is... Are we fighting again already? No. Just not trusting each other. Folka shudders, grabbing her head. Where are we? She groans, no longer oh, right. That's what she meant by be ready, is they're getting released from the spell. She groans, no longer under Juno's spell. Trapped in the dark with this treacherous witch, Ollie snarls. I knew it, Folka. Her words have been coming out of your mouth since we left Bulwark at the old ford. Folka's face turns red enough to melt snow. She screams, and you only barely manage to turn aside her spear. Others are drawing weapons. Respond fast and hard with a show of force. You bull rush Folka, knocking her to the ground, and take Ollie in the chin with the butt of your axe. He staggers backward, mouth bloodied. The rest hesitate, but they're trained warriors. They're not quick to back down from a fight. A velveteen dizziness washes over the group. Juno says, if this world is going to survive, everyone is needed. Folka struggles against the wariness. Who gives a flying fein about the world? But she makes no move. Nobody moves. When this is all over, slumps Folka, the ravens will get what's owed. Count on that. Everyone shut up, hisses Spar. You hear that? I forgot how many of these characters were members of the Ravens. It's basically everyone who's not from the original group with Alette and everyone, and Rook. I had to remember his name for a second there because he wasn't in the entire previous game. Now where are we? Oh, we just got aggro due to the noise. These things just came out of nowhere. We must stand together to survive. Fine, but this conversation isn't over. I think the constant struggle is just going to keep us busy working together. I'm not fond of being forced into a fight without any prep. That's a little rough, but okay. Waves combat. Ooh. That's interesting. I think that's, when Banner Saga 2 came out, they made like a standalone game. I think it might have even been free to play. That was based on the combat alone, and I think it might have even had waves-based combat. But if you just want to play Banner Saga combat constantly without having to deal with the campaign and the story and everything, they made like some kind of standalone thing that I assume is still around and on Steam and everything. The legions of the warped often attack in waves. After the first wave, you may fight or flee, defeat the boss of the final wave, and gain a powerful item. Ah, so this is where we can potentially get the items from. Much like what happened in some of the story moments, actually, where you had the choice to keep pressing on or whatnot during wars. The number of player turns remaining before the new group of opponents reappears. That? 40. That's a decent chunk of time. And it specifically says player in blue, meaning it's only my actions that I have 40 of. That's a lot of actions. Oh, I don't know how these characters work. Okay, you, Spar, what are you? Insult. Forces an enemy back in initiative. Right, you can just choose a specific character and make them skip their turn, kind of. Specifically useful if you want to make whoever's going next not be next. Scald Song, +1 will to all allies if standing within 2 tiles of an ally who delivers a killing blow. Ah, so he just stands near somebody who gets a kill, everyone gets will. Tale worth telling, every 2 strength enemy has over the ally gives +1 strength damage. Every 2 strength the enemy has over ally, it gives +1 strength damage. Is that like a thing you cast on somebody else? Okay. She's the... I'm probably going to keep her around, because her having that bear ability to just have your armor be all that counts for a while is pretty cool. All of my new characters are gone entirely. That's a bit of a bummer. I have 2 weavers at the same time. Let's see, my previous strategy in these situations where I'm surrounded was always to swarm the weakest group and take them out first, because it's going to take like a while for everyone else to try to catch up. That's a spearman. For a second there I was worried that the enemy had like a weaver or something. But yeah, charging the enemies usually meant that I had a chance to take out some weaker dudes, and these guys had to will usually have to spend an entire extra turn just trying to catch up with me, which gives me some time to work with. You do have to activate champion. Very armored. Let's deal with the armored one here. Try to work that down. That's a chance to do 6 to their armor. Or I could do shield smash. Break damage +1. How much does it spread though? 4 and 3, damn. That's 7 break overall. Ow, they got to go first. So Ollie's Mr. Throw. Ooh. That's dangerous. I'm gonna clear out of the way so other people can move. And I'm gonna take out this guy right here and now. Oh. Shit. Shit. I thought it was making pretty clear that I'd be able... does this guy have like a... Willpower absorbs all strength damage until depleted. Also explodes on death? Okay, so I needed to take out its willpower first? Did it have willpower? I think it did. I didn't know that it was part of the thing. Okay. Whoops. Yeah, I saw they had 8 health, so I'm like, I can make 8 damage happen easy. But I had to pay attention to other elements there. Who's this? That's him? It's best if he doesn't get a turn next, yeah. Let's insult him. But also let's maybe move out of the way of my other allies. Uh-oh. Happy that worked out. Do you have weird abilities that stop me from damaging you? No? Alright, well, Ivor, let's tank. Try to hold these guys off a bit because they're swarming us. There we go. There goes all your strength. Weakened significantly. Oof. Worried me a little bit, but we got double resist, actually. Alright, Ivand. Ivand ooze. I can heal someone's armor. Not the highest priority right now. And his attack, he has strength is 5. And it's only a melee attack. You pretty much want to stick with your spells. Troll stones have decent range. Oopsie. How many troll stones does he make? Arc lightning goes diagonal. Also, it's strength based, and he's already taken half of his strength as being gone. Not great. Let's get within shielding range for defensive purposes and throw some stones around. Is it just the one? Hey! That's technically damage. It's not great. Ow! A lot of damage coming at us in the first turn. I'm not fond of these characters. I mean, it's mostly just rough that they're starting off in melee range, but also, I don't know. I think the stronger people get stats-wise, the more that just the ability to do raw damage with a really big attack is kind of feeling like it's outpacing the bag of tricks people have. That's like, I can do a little 1 damage boopity-boo thing. And I'm like, great. My other guy can do 20 damage. You know? The thing that just one-shots somebody. Weaved energy. Target gains 1 will and passes energy on. The will bonus grows each time passed. Thread of life. Minus strength damage absorbed by will. Collect dark energy and return to body to revive when KO'd. When does that happen? At the moment So she took a hit that was more than how much willpower she has, so she already lost all of her willpower in the first turn from an attack, meaning she can't use her abilities. So all she can do right now is attack people, which itself is from 2 strength. Jeez. Alright, well, I regret my entire decision-making process. I wanted to go with my old strategy, which does work at times, but the problem here is that the enemies were already in range, and I should have checked that. So they were able to go straight up to my spellcasters and just destroy them. So what I needed to do instead was make it so that my spellcasters could hide behind my big melee characters, which means I needed to make them move first, basically. And not doing that got me in severe trouble. Like, I don't even have the ability to cast things. And no Warhorn means I can't even get them that way. I definitely missed a lot of the characters from the last fight. There we go, now you're way weaker. Are we outnumbered? Damn. I want to kill bosses and get items, but I think that we're gonna have to let it go here after the in like the first fight. We're in a bad spot. Even he's down on our, yeah, he's down on strength. 1 damage, huh? Yeah, 1 strength damage. He's not doing great. He has a lot of will though, and I can try to use that. That guy's way the hell over there. And Spar's gonna be next. I can at least try to make like a shield wall. That somewhat helps, though not massively. Can even stand by you to help a little bit. That might be where I want to go, actually. Shield wall. Take out half that person's strength. Try. Ivor's hanging in there. Okay, what was your other ability? Yeah. Buff up your weakest character to do more against other enemies. It's an option. I wish he could stand... What's your attack range? It's direct. I wish he could stand close in shield wall range to get some defense while also in range to take some dudes out. This is potentially 5 damage, which still is only enough to get him down to 8, which is not amazing. He's in a pretty bad spot. Or 3 armor damage, which is also bad. Let's see, that guy's next. That guy's next. This guy's 13 strength, which makes he's the toughest guy on the board besides the guy that's really far away. So pushing him back is kind of good for us, I suppose. Not the worst idea. You, go later, dick. Man, there's nothing left of her right now. I'm worried about the 13. But this person absorbs with willpower. Still 17, I can almost do that. I think I'm just gonna want to focus on this guy for now. At least I can take him out, right? There we go. And now the characters that can't do damage really can at least do the chain lightning move. Whoa, long range. Wasn't very nice. So you have mend for someone's armor, but they're kind of just skipping my armor entirely and hitting me directly. And they're not even hitting my defensive characters. Arc lightning, but they're not in diagonal positions right now. And it just does strength damage. Why can he only make 1 stone, by the way? Rank 1, pull up 1 stone. Why wouldn't there be more ranks with more stones? Seems like it'd be just effective to have that. This one gets stronger each time, but people aren't in diagonal. People are not lined up diagonally. The enemies aren't. And it might even hit allies if I'm not careful. And it's starting at 1 strength means it's kind of crap. It has to rev up to be really any effectiveness. Really any level of effective. So it starts out with 4 damage if I go all in. And it also gets more powerful each time. Unfortunately, just nobody's lined up like that. So it's not effective. I could hit this guy with it, but I'm gonna want to at least not stand right next to them. Let's go here for the armor. Be less strong, damn it. The willpower is a problem for me right now. All these guys have this willpower thing that absorbs damage. And it's actively a problem for me. Hey Juno, with your 1 hit point, how's it going? And no willpower. It's a shit show. It's such a shit show. We're in the money. You have 3, you have 13. I think I might want to try to see if I can chain lightning through myself. Oh. So is this her this is her ability to respawn? So I killed her on purpose, basically, because of the willpower. Like, she's gonna die in 1 hit anyway. And I chained it through him, through her, then to you. So it did 3 damage at that point. It did 1 damage, 2 damage, 3 damage. But it at least got stronger, I guess. This is her in spooky ghost mode or something? Am I supposed to go to my own body or run somewhere else? I have to collect dark energy. Okay, that's... Sorry, what was the description of this? I can't view the skill right now. Okay. I guess I'll run over to this dark energy. Whee! Okay, now she has more will. Now she ends her turn, I guess? Let's review what that skill said the moment I get a chance to. How do I view her so I can... Go. Unselect. How do I... Unselect. I don't... Is there a way to view Juno's... Okay, so the description... the description of what to do just goes away. I think they said to grab dark energy, then go back to her body. It's weird that the description of her character just vanishes mysteriously right now. Okay, so... Shield Maiden. Wow, they're fucked up. I think adjacent does not include diagonal, unfortunately. Because I kind of need it to be most effective at defending some of these characters. Gonna get in your way. Be weaker. There we go. Ali has 5 health. I miss all my strong characters that I had earlier. Who's next? That guy in the distance that has one damage is next. Okay. Next after that, this guy on the far right. You're the most dangerous, presumably. You're the way down there. Could push him further back in turn order. But not now, though. This is the wrong character. Let's group up with my allies. Oh shit, he's doing a thing where he takes damage when he walks. Oh crap. My bad. If I go for a kill, then Spar could call lightning down on these guys. Very least, but that's just gonna be 1 damage and 2 damage. It's not really worth it. How much attack can I do? No chance of hitting, basically. Alright. Let's give this a go. Come on. Just beat down his strength meter. And then I'm hoping Ivor can damage the other guy's strength meter, because he won't be able to reach Ivor. Ivor won't be able to reach him because of the blockade of allies. Shit. I think Spar should just continually try to push back this guy on the initiative, because he's the guy that has the most the most strength. The guy got so much weaker, thankfully. And these shield guys are teaming up at least. That's something. Tempest. I'm gonna specifically not hurt the guy up there. Oh, they died. There we go. They have 1 tough guy left. They're at 3, 2, 2, 1, 11. But I've got a tougher guy, so I'll probably win this fight. I would not want to try another round. You're the secondary character that's kind of tough right now. I can call lightning down, but it might chain to you. It's a little annoying not being totally sure how the lightning will behave. I want to go up, over. Arcs to all diagonal units. It highlights Ivor and him, but it hurts these guys. It'll hurt Ivor more than him, is the problem. Half of current mender's current willpower plus 1. So 4 plus 1 plus 2. Let's go all in. There we go. They can't hurt Ivor. Now Ivor can single-handedly win the fight at this point, I think. Unlike other heroes, when Juno falls in battle, she's not incapacitated. Instead, she becomes a ghost, invisible and vulnerable to enemies. As a ghost, Juno cannot attack or use abilities, but she can move, and she can collect the fonts of dark energy that are visible on her turn. Each font that Juno collects restores both strength and willpower. When trying to maximize Juno's font collection each turn, remember that you can click multiple tiles in sequence to control a unit's movement precisely. At any point, you can restore Juno to life with the strength and willpower she currently has by stepping onto her body. She's back! Does she have arc lightning? No. What is weaved energy again? You just gain will and then it passes on. It's cool that she can revive herself, but her abilities are weird. She doesn't have much strength, so her attack sucks, and her abilities are to confuse an enemy and weaved energy. I guess confuse is useful on this guy that's strong to try to make him maybe attack his allies instead of his enemies. But aside from that, like, she just doesn't seem like a particularly good character to have in my party, combat-wise, despite how cool her ability might be to come back to life. I don't know. Maybe I'm missing stuff in this game, but I feel like certain characters are incredibly powerful and other characters are not particularly powerful. And it, like, stands out. Calling down lightning's kind of tempting. Just have it chain through people. You can't click on an ally, but it will spread through people. It's like this one will do 1 damage, then 2 to them, 3 to them, killing them, 4 to them, 5 to them. It's 1, 2, 3 to my ally, 4 to that ally, 5 to them. It would be chaotic and fun. I keep wanting to do it because it sounds exciting, but it mostly hurts me by the end of the thing. And you can't target your own unit on purpose to make them the weak part of the strike that then spreads to everybody else, makes it, and does a lot of damage to them. I think the most I can do is I can click on this guy, so that does 1 damage and 2 damage to these allies, but then it does 3 damage, 4 damage, 5 damage, 6 damage. But it would really tear up this group overall. Let's see, if I pick you, it's 1, 2, 3, 4 damage to you. I don't know if I want to do 5 damage to either, though, is the issue. Even if it does chain through the enemies. Fuck it, let's have fun. It's dramatic. That gave me more charges for sure. Is it Juno's turn still? Oh, that doesn't replace your turn. You can still do stuff. Cool. Sorry, Ivor. Confuse. Hey, he actually attacked the right guy. Well, which I mean the wrong guy. One strength damage. That's maybe not. But she can't do anything else. Crap. I'm out of willpower. I could rest, or I could try to break through the armor. Not Spar. Poor little Spar. Who has 1 strength. An attempt was made. He has willpower for more armor breakage. Or I can just keep insulting him. A tale worth telling. Yeah, you do a tale worth telling on your ally. +1 strength damage for every 2 strength your enemy has over you, which means this guy has 4 more strength, so that would make you do 2 more damage. I don't know if I see the value of that skill. It's not that the skill has no value on its own, it's just that seeing the combination of skills the character has and their lack of stats, and I'm like, I don't know if that's worth a character slot. I think that's the issue I'm having trouble with, is that I'm having trouble reconciling the fact that these bonus skills I get require the character to take up an entire slot that could be instead used on a character that has like 17 strength and can just obliterate people. Whereas it's like a minor trick that kind of is useful sometimes, but it's really, I don't feel like with some of these weird characters, I don't necessarily feel like I'm using a cool thing that's super effective in combat. I just feel like I'm using the best option I can for that character because they don't really have any uses. You, stop having turns. Whoa! That was dramatic, but not that important, honestly. Oh, poor Ivor can't reach any of the people that I actually want to hit. Oh yeah, I can. He just has to lose his will. Bajoom. Oh, losing the will stopped him dead in his tracks. Frustrating. Oh, he can still reach that far with his attacks, though. He has a reach of 2, right? I probably shouldn't suicide. That does bad things to my ability to do proper, suiciding does bad things to the party long term. Get him! Aw. Deflect didn't work out. Or deflect happened at all, is what I mean. Bonus willpower. So what? So they pass that on when they pass into the range of another player, I guess? Hey, you, die. Cut that out. Well, they're finally dead. Zero damage. An attempt was made. You hang out. Yeah. An attempt was made. There we go. Respite. Oh. You can swap around your party. Now this makes more sense to me. Like I can bring in you, right? What? You may choose to fight for more renown and possibly an item, or flee to save injuries. Yeah, but how does respite work? I'm spooked because I don't know how respite works. Damn it. I don't know, some of these characters aren't great. I've already lost 2 characters. These 2 don't really pull their weight. Or these 2, I mean. I'm fine with these 2. I'd like to get a big ol' sword stabby man in here. Or some other useful people. Or him. But how do I bring them in? Can you only do it after you say that you're gonna fight? Because that's scary, because I just don't fully understand how the mechanic works. I'm honestly too spooked. I'm getting out of here, I think. Flee. We've already suffered injuries that are not quick to heal, although they're not characters I'm psyched about to begin with. So Ollie and Spar have been injured. I'll try to figure out how the reinforcement mechanic works over time. The battle ends as abruptly as it began, and that disconcerting quiet falls again.